Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SAS Viya Release Highlight Show. My name is Tiago de Souza, and I cannot wait to share with you the latest in SAS Viya today. We will be looking at version 2021.2.5 and its updates such as outlier detection, natural language explanation and forecasting for report consumers, adding insights from SAS Visual Analytics as a widget to your phone, and the brand new visualization GeoPie. Who doesn't love a good pie? And finally, we have a release talk with SAS product manager, Sasha Karpinski. The word SAS is in Sasha's name, so you know she's legit. And of course, we will have a demo for your viewing pleasure as well. I like to remind you that this is a live show with a live chat, so feel free to yak it up in the Q&A. Let us know what you think, ask questions, talk about your favorite kind of pie, whatever you like. Here, I'll start us off with a question. Are you hashtag Team Excel or Team Outlook? If you had to pick a side, are you Team Excel or Team Outlook? Let me know what you decide in the Q&A. But ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time for our first segment. I give to you the rundown.
In this month's highlight, I'm going to share updates to outlier detection capabilities in SAS Visual Analytics. I'm going to start by adding some data items to my report to build a visualization, and when I do so, I notice this icon appear on the banner, indicating that insights were found. Simply click on that icon and I'm shown that outliers have been detected in my data for the data item cylinders and MSRP. To learn more, simply click the information icon and I'm told that there are 5 outlier values in cylinders. I can view those outliers to do deeper analysis to better understand how the outliers are impacting my report. And I'm presented with a natural language explanation telling me that the outliers that have been identified don't change the overall sum, average, or median by more than 5%. I can look at the heat box or the heat plot and see that the majority of my statistical information about my data for cylinders, as well as I can see the outliers where cylinders equals 10 and cylinders equals 12. The next visualization in this popover is the detailed list of the identified outliers. Here you see the cylinders of 12, followed by columns that are the highest related factors to determine the cylinders. So we can look through these columns of information to better understand why these detailed items might be outliers. We can also investigate this third visualization that shows us the impact of outliers on our aggregations of sum, average, and median. We see including the outliers, what the values are, excluding the outliers, followed by the percent difference and the difference. And we see that yes, indeed, these are all below 5%, so they meet the threshold of not really being a severe impact. If we look at MSRP to understand outliers detected in the MSRP data item, we see that there have been 27 outliers detected. And if we perform deeper analysis on that, we'll see that these values, the outlier values, have been binned. So there are 20 in this category or in this range, 3 in this range, and 3 in this range, as well as the standard statistical information that we provide through our heat box visualization. Looking through the detailed outliers, we see that the highest outlier is 192,000. And we scroll down through our other outliers and we see that the smallest outlier is 68,995. Also, these columns, like I said earlier, are the highest related factors that determine MSRP. We see in the natural language explanation, these outliers, they change the overall sum and average by more than 5%. So let's investigate that a bit. Here we see that the MSRP, including outliers for sum, average, and median, excluding the outlier impact. So here we see that there's almost a 17% impact in the sum of MSRPs due to the outliers. The average has been impacted by 11.39, and we can see the absolute difference provided as well. So some really good information to help us understand the impact that outliers may be having on our exploration. In this release update, I want to introduce 3 new capabilities in Visual Analytics. The first is an end user capability. We're always trying to add new capabilities for end user report consumers so they can gain more insights into their data to better inform the decisions they make. So here I am looking at a time series object. I want to learn more, so all I have to do is ask Visual Analytics to explain, and I'll select one of the data items. A natural language generated explanation is provided to me. This is not new. The statistical information has been there for a while. Reporting outliers in my data has been there for a month. The new capability is a forecast is automatically generated for the value for the data item that I specified, and a natural language explanation of that forecast is generated for me. The next capability I want to call out is that key value objects now support number abbreviation and significant digits. So here you see M for the units millions, of course. As I filter my data, you see that the key value object naturally transfers to a different unit, or thousands, as the data is appropriate for that. It makes for a much better, smoother visual transition, a much more pleasant experience. The last capability I want to show today is the ability to export report packages. So what is a report package? Well, a report package is a data snapshot of all the queries needed to support these various visualizations within my report. The ability to export a report package has been available through the CLI since the last month, and now we're making it available through the user interface. Report packages can be consumed by the Visual Analytics SDK to allow you to embed insights into your custom websites, web apps, corporate portals, or any web property. There's a lot to talk about in this release, including some very cool capabilities in SAS for Microsoft 365 that Sasha will share with us. And to clear up any misunderstandings, SAS for Microsoft 365 is part of the SAS Visual Analytics offering. So that's why it's part of the SAS Visual Analytics release highlight. 3 additional capabilities I want to share with you are outlier detection, impact analysis that shows the impact outliers are having on data visualizations in your reports. The new GeoPy object that lets you share more insights on the maps in your reports, and a cool capability in our Visual Analytics mobile apps that lets you add content from your reports to the home screen on your mobile devices.
That was Robbie Powell with the rundown for us today. Thank you, Robbie, for breaking it down. During the rundown, you might have noticed some links in the chat here. These are related resources, and they are all worth checking out. We have some fresh off the press gems here, like visualizing job opportunities for military veterans using SAS Viya, and 3 trends that expand the reach of analytics and BI insights. But these resources would be nothing without viewers like you to dig into them. So thank you for being here. Shout out to some people in the chat. We have Robert here saying he's excited about VA widgets on his phone. Bree said that she's hashtag Team Outlook. Shayles is hashtag Team Excel. And then Arvin D is switching it up. He says he's hashtag Team Word. But yeah, you are all awesome for being here with us today. And hey, if you think the show is awesome, why not give a good old SAS smash on that like button and share this video with a friend as well. It'll be like sharing a nice, delicious slice of pie. But anyways, I'm get distracted. We have Kate joining us right now, actually. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Tiago. All of this talk is making me hungry. Will you save me a piece of pie later, please?
Of course, of course.
Earlier, you asked the chat about hashtag Team Outlook or hashtag Team Excel. I use both on a day-to-day basis, but I'm Team Excel all the way.
Kate, I'm so relieved that you said that. I'm Team Excel as well. Go team.
Go team. Okay, enough is enough. It is time for the release talk.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Kate Uveling, and this is the release talk. I'm so excited to have the chance to speak with SAS Product Manager Sasha Karpinski today. Sasha, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Hey, Kate, I'm doing well, and I'm so excited to join you on the show.
Well, we're so glad to have you. So glad to hear that. So today we're talking all about SAS for Microsoft 365. So let's just jump right to it. Sasha, please kick us off. What is SAS for Microsoft 365?
Yeah, so like Robbie just mentioned, SAS for Microsoft 365 is a new product included with the Visual Analytics on Viya offering, and it allows you to seamlessly access your SAS Viya environment from within Microsoft productivity tools. Users can do a lot of cool stuff. They can access and interact with their SAS Visual Analytics reports. They can explore live data using filtering and drill downs, and then they can embed analytic insights into their Office documents. And then if they want to, they can update those embedded insights with the most current up-to-date information from SAS with just one click.
Okay, well, that sounds so useful. Can you tell us what Microsoft applications are included?
Absolutely. So right now we integrate with Excel and Outlook, and we support both web and desktop versions of those. And we're always working on expanding our integration with additional Microsoft products like Word and PowerPoint. But why don't we check out the demo for a closer look? All right, so here I am in Excel, an application I'm sure that is familiar to many people, except for this new SAS button here that if I click on and then click on Home, I will be able to launch my SAS pane and start working with my SAS content right away. Okay, so here I have my home screen, and it's going to show me my recently opened reports or data sets or favorited reports. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to a specific report that I wanted to show. It's called Business Performance Analysis for eCalico, which is a company that we're looking at here. So as soon as I open the report, I'll get a new results tab here, and there we go, everything is loaded. So you'll see that I have my report up here and I can immediately start working with it. I can maximize some visual insights to see a graph in more detail, as well as the detail table below. If I had a crosstab with maybe a hierarchy, I could drill down into detailed data. And for graphs that have interactions between different objects, I can click on one and have it filter the results of different visual insights. So you'll see as soon as I click Texas, that bar chart next to it was filtered to just show me data for Texas. So now that you have kind of the lay of the land, you might be ready to start inserting some visual insights into your Excel document. And I can do that really easily with one click. And there we go. We have our bar chart in our worksheet. So I can keep working with my business monitor page here. Maybe I want to insert another visual insight into my worksheet. And at this point, maybe I remember that really what I want to see is returns by product category for a specific state. So we'll select California in my map here and have that filter the results of the visual insights chart next to it. And just like that, I can update in document.
You said it just like that. The click of a button, and look at that.
That's right, so easy to do. And also you'll see that there's a new filter condition that was added right above it, and that's to make it really easy for you to understand what data is included in the visual.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we have worked with some graphs and charts, and maybe I want to continue moving through my report. So I will navigate to Purchase Details, open a new sheet, and you'll see this Purchase Details includes a detailed list table of my purchases. And I can insert this into my Excel worksheet as well. So the cool thing here is that when you insert crosstabs or list tables, the data is copied from Visual Analytics directly to the cells in Excel, which lets you leverage native Excel capabilities like conditional formatting. So if I now want to work with my purchases amount, I can apply conditional formatting such as color scales. And then for total purchases, maybe I want to apply data bars. So this is going to stick around regardless of if I update the what's in my worksheet with what's shown in my report. So if I wanted to sort by product category, for example, I can do that, update in document, and you'll see that the sort order is changed just like I did in my report, but I'm retaining the conditional formatting that I've applied. So I think this is how, you really get the best of both worlds by being able to use the native Excel functions that you like on data that you access directly from SAS.
I couldn't agree more. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now you've kind of seen how to interact with Visual Analytics reports. But the cool thing is you can also work with data that is in SAS. So I'm going to navigate to a new sheet here, and then I'll navigate to my Data tab. And this allows me to select data that is in my SAS environment. And I'm going to navigate to a table that is being used in the reports that we've just seen. All right, I've selected my data set, and I can immediately see kind of the options that I have available to me as a user. I'm just going to go ahead and insert a subset of rows into my worksheet. Okay, so we have that data inserted into the worksheet. As I scroll over, I can see that it's a lot of data. So maybe at this point, I kind of have a better idea of the kind of filtering and sorting that I want to do here. So I can go back to my SAS pane, navigate to the Columns tab, and really quickly select the specific columns that I'm interested in. So I'm just going to deselect a few here to make my output just a little smaller. Okay. And then I'm going to go to, yeah, it is so easy, right? I'm going to go to my Filter tab next, and then navigate to the Graphical Builder option, which allows me to select the field that I want to build a filter out of. I'm going to use product category here, and then the funnel will allow me to select a value. And let's just focus on women's professional clothing here. And then finally, I'll add a sort criteria on my product name. Okay, so I have all of my different conditions, and now I want to update that in my worksheet. And with one click of a button, I can do that. So easy.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, so we've worked with reports, we've worked with data. The last thing I wanted to show here in Excel is the ability to upload data to Viya. So I have a new worksheet here called eCalico Marketing. Maybe this is a list of marketing figures that I have for my company for the next year, and I want to add this information as a new page to the report that we've been looking at. So I can do that really easily by going back to my SAS ribbon and selecting Upload Data. So it'll read the worksheet, apply length and format, and once I click Upload, I'll be able to specify where I want that data to be in my SAS environment. I'll save that. And just like that, the data has been uploaded to SAS. So now I can go into my Visual Analytics and add that as a data source and as a new page into the report. Okay, so that's that for Excel. So now let's jump into Outlook. So I'm going to open up a new message in Outlook, and you'll see that the options that I have here are exactly the same as what you just saw in Excel. So clicking on SAS Home will open my SAS pane, and I'm going to select the same report that we were just looking at. Okay, so once these loads, I can really quickly start inserting these visual insights into my message body. For example, I might want to insert in message here. And really quickly, I have this visual insight included in my email that I can send off to somebody else in my company. Something else I can do is attach as PDF. So maybe I want to attach this visual as a PDF. Once I click attach as PDF, it'll launch my options. I'm going to go with the defaults. And that'll generate a PDF that will then be included in my email. And the last thing you can do here is simply attach a report link to the live report for somebody to open. And the cool thing here is that the recipient of the email, if they open the SAS pane here, will scan through the email body to find any visual analytics reports, and those will be loaded immediately in their results tab, so they can really quickly get to the information. We're really excited, and I think it makes it super easy to, have people in the application that they work in be able to access those visual insights.
Thank you so much, Sasha. That was a great demo. I want to dive deeper into this and pick your brain on a few things. So, first things first, you just showed our audience a lot of great features in the demo. What would you say would be the biggest benefit to our customers when using SAS for Microsoft 365?
Great question, Kate. Well, we know that Excel and other Microsoft applications are the dominant applications in the daily workflow of millions of people. So I think that the biggest benefit here is that we're bringing analytics directly to where people work every single day, and we're making it way more approachable and accessible.
Well, that sounds so powerful. What do you need to get started?
So it doesn't really take a lot of heavy lifting on either the SAS side or the Microsoft side to get started. Obviously, you need a SAS Viya environment with visual analytics and hopefully some interesting reports that you'd want to explore. Your admin would also have to tweak some settings to get the add-in enabled for you in your Microsoft applications. But that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. Well, that definitely sounds very convenient. It's nice that there's not a lot of heavy lifting or things to get you up and running. Um, Another question for you I wanted to ask, with the rise of remote work over the last few years, collaborative tech has really taken off and certainly gained popularity. So, how does this product help users collaborate when using?
Yeah, so we prioritized integrating with Outlook early on precisely for that reason. People spend a ton of time in collaborative applications like Outlook, and we wanted to make it really easy to be able to quickly share insights within your organization to drive better decision making. Teams is also a really popular collaborative tool, one that I use daily myself, and I'm sure you do too, right, Kate?
Oh, yeah, every single day, every single minute of the day.
It feels like it. So one product that's also included with Visual Analytics on Viya is SAS Conversation Designer, which is already integrated with Teams. So Conversation Designer uses conversational AI capabilities to generate chatbots that you can interact with directly from Teams to query your reports. So that already exists, and we also have plans to introduce visual analytics integration capabilities to Teams in the very near future. So as you can see, we have a lot of cool stuff planned, and I'm really excited for what's going to come next.
Well, I'm excited too. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's been so helpful. I do want to round out with a hard hitting question. I hope you're ready for this one. But are you hashtag Team Outlook or hashtag Team Excel, Sasha?
If I had to choose with the amount of time I spend in Outlook, I'd have to be Team Outlook. But with SAS for Microsoft 365, I don't think I have to choose.
That is a really good answer. Thank you so much for sharing all these updates. We'll definitely be on the lookout for more to come. And thank you so much for hopping on the show again. And I'm going to toss things back over to Tiago.
Thank you, Kate. Great release talk. As she said, keep an eye out for more developments on that. And again, that was our own Sasha Karpinski telling us what's what with SAS for Microsoft 365. Now, sadly, it's the end of our show, and it's also lunchtime here on the East Coast, but your SAS Viya journey doesn't have to take a break. If you want to dig deeper, you can check out the description for more resources. And this is a monthly show, so next month, we will all be hanging out again with some new people for the rundown and the release talk. You can subscribe to the SAS Users YouTube channel to get notified on when the May show will be. But until then, I've been your host, Tiago de Souza. Keep on excelling at what you do to improve your outlook on life. Thank you.